Welcome back to the subject of statistics for economics. Okay, in the previous class, we have seen the introduction of statistics. Yes, what are the features of statistics? Means what are the four activities that statistics does? In the definition, we have learned what is that? In the previous class, I mentioned, no?
Yes, sir.
What is
Collects data, analyzes, interpretation. It does interpretation and presentation.
very good. Collection of the data, analysis of the data, interpretation of the data, and presentation of the data. One,
Yes, sir.
one simple code I will tell you. CAIP means you just imagine that you have passed CA inter passed. In CA inter and final will be there, no? Just like that you think. You chartered accountancy course inter you passed. Final is CAIP. That code you remember in this order only you have to tell. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then next, see in the previous class we have learnt about what is the data. Whatever information, if it is arranged in a systematic way, that is known as the data. Okay, in the previous class we have learnt about primary data and secondary data. Primary data means first time if we collect the data, that is known as primary data.
Right.
Okay, secondary data means it is already available in newspapers, in magazines, in reports, in annual reports, in books,
Yes, sir.
in Google. That material is already available. You are going to use it for your research, for your analysis. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Regarding primary data, how to collect the data, there are various ways, and the important source that is available, method that is available is questionnaire and interview schedule.
Yes, sir.
What is interview schedule? Did you come across this word up to now?
I know about questionnaire, sir.
Okay, this is a new word. See, questionnaire means, as the name itself implies, a series of questions will be there, serially ordered,
Yes, sir.
serially numbered. Okay. In interview schedule also, same serially numbered questions will be there. But the difference is, in questionnaire, the person who is collecting the data, he will not write the answers. He will send it to the respondents. He will send it to the persons from whom he wants to collect the data. They will fill up, and they will send it back to the researcher, or the researcher is otherwise known as enumerator. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Suppose I want to collect the data from you. I will send it by Gmail or send it by WhatsApp. You will fill it, or Google form I will create and I will submit to you. I will send it to you. You will submit your answers, your responses. So that is a questionnaire. Means I will not physically fill it. You will only fill it and you will submit to me. Whereas in interview schedule, what happens? I will physically come to you. I will ask you questions. Your responses I will note down. Did you understand?
Yes,
That
sir.
is the difference between questionnaire and interview schedule.
Yes, sir. Understood.
There are some important points regarding questionnaire. Questionnaire should not be too long. If too many questions are asked, means what you will do, you will not answer my questions. Sir, today I am very much busy, sir. I have to complete my notes, or I have to perform puja, sir, in my locality only. Ganesh idol is there, sir. I have to perform puja, you will say. So questionnaire should not be too long.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So the questions should be very easily framed. Anybody should be able to understand very easily. Now is it okay? Is it visible fully?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My son has done it. I could not do. That is generation gap. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Now then you see. Okay. Where are we? Questions should not be too long. They should not be too ambiguous. There should be clarity. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Many questions should not be asked. Okay. Then again, questions, sequencing of questions is very, very important. They should be arranged in a proper way. Means, can you give an example? Ordering should be there. I will tell them. Suppose, okay, you have unmuted. Do you want to tell anything?
No, sir.
Okay, I will tell. Suppose I went to a house to collect a data regarding what this government scheme is there. Now, what is that? This Bandhu is there. No, what is this Bandhu? 10 lakh rupees scheme. Dalita Bandhu is there. I want to collect the data. Before I will not go directly to the government schemes. What I will do, I will ask questions regarding what is your name, what is your age. Like that, I have to ask questions. So my first question is, what is your name, what is your age, what is your address, and then see how many children do you have, and then are you married? If I ask like that, will they tolerate? First of all, I have to ask
No,
whether
sir.
you are married or not. Then I have to ask how many children do you have. If I ask how many children do you have, and again I will ask are you married or not, means it will be ugly. Okay, it will not be good. If opportunity is there, means they will beat me there itself, like that. Okay, so ordering. Okay, suppose see if a lady has answered me, I have 3 children. Then if I ask, are you married, means they will automatically beat, no. So
Sir, they will scold.
they will scold. If opportunity is there, they will beat. Okay, then question.
Yes.
That is what I am saying. Order should be there. Proper order should be there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Again, the series of questions should move from general to specific. General topic to specific topic should come. It means the example is also given in the textbook. You can see they are collecting information regarding electricity charges, increase, hike in electricity charges. See, this is poor question framing. This is good question framing. See, is increase in electricity charges justified? Is the electric supply in your locality regular? This question should come first, and then this question should come. Is the electricity supply in your locality regular? From your locality to the country, to the state, to the state, to the country, to the world, you have to take. Okay, so that sequencing
Yes,
should.
sir.
And then next, you see, these are the examples of that. Okay, then questions should not use double negatives. Double negative means don't use should be avoided, or would not use should be avoided. Okay, means examples are also given. I will explain. Don't you think smoking should be prohibited? Like see here itself, in the question itself, you negatively you are asking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good question is, do you think smoking should be prohibited? Don't you think should be smoking should be prohibited? Likewise, two negatives should not be there. Prohibition is also negative. Don't is also negative.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Likewise, it should not be there. There. So the question should not be a leading question. What do you mean by leading? Which gives a clue about how the respondent should answer. Means how do you like the flavor of this high quality tea? In the your question itself, you are implying that it is high quality. Means you are forcing the respondent to answer as it is a good tea.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in the question, it should not be leading question. Means it leads to answer. Likewise, it should
Yes.
not frame question. Okay, it forces the respondent to answer in a certain way. Likewise, you should not frame.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, the question should not indicate alternatives to the answer. For example, would you like to do a job after college or be a housewife? So I am only asking you directly, are you going to do job or are you going to be a housewife? Likewise, I am giving only confining you to two options only. You may have several other
Yes,
options.
sir.
Okay, what would you like to do after college? That is the correct question. So choice is left to you. If I ask only option wise alternatives, I am only giving. Suppose you may have something else in your mind. I cannot say like that. I cannot ask like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, questionnaire may consist of close-ended questions or open-ended questions. What is open-ended and what is close-ended? Okay, I will give you one example. Okay. See, closed-ended means I will only give answers, options I will give, just like multiple choice questions. Okay, you either pick or this or that, yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no type questions almost. This is closed and you do not have any open choice. Either it should be yes or it should be no. Okay.
True or false?
Okay, yes or no, or true or false, you are saying, no? Okay. Open-ended means what is your opinion about our Prime Minister? You can give any answer that you like. Choice is left to you, number of choice is there. Okay, more
Yes,
choice
sir.
is given to you. That is open-ended questions. Close-ended means I will restrict your answer to yes or no. You can see yes or no. It is called a two-way question.
Yes.
Similarly, multiple choice questions. Why did you sell your land? See, this is close-ended. Any other? Please specify. I gave you a choice here. Okay.
Yes.
Close-ended questions. They are very easy to use. They are very easy to score. How many yes came? How many no came? That's all. You can, if you count, means your analysis will be completed. But open-ended means several people will write several things. You have to analyze them properly. That is the difficulty.
Yes.
Okay? Then mode of data collection. See, I mentioned, no, data collection can be personal interviews. I can go directly to the respondent. I can ask them. Then mailing questionnaire surveys and telephonic interviews also. These three are basic ways of collecting data. Okay, telephonic interview means nowadays they, for your mobiles also they will call, no, ICICI. Do you want
Yes,
credit card or do you want personal loan? Several times they will call HDFC, ICICI, or several bank persons or insurance brokers. They will take our phone number and they will call several times. Okay, there are several methods of collecting of data. Personal interviews, I told, no, this is otherwise an interview schedule. It is means personally I will
sir.
go to the respondent. I will ask their response. Mailing questionnaire means just like I mentioned, no, I will send through Gmail or Google Form or WhatsApp. Like that, I can collect the data. Okay. Then
Yes, sir.
interviews. Each has its own merits and demerits. See, personal interviews, I can interact with the respondents directly. I can know the actual position. Okay. If see, there is no guarantee that I have sent my questionnaire through WhatsApp. How many of them open my WhatsApp? I do not know. There is no guarantee. Again, how many of them are able to understand my questions? There is no guarantee. How many literates are there? How many illiterates are there? How many can understand English? I do not know. Okay, how many of them have time to open genuinely and fill it up and again submit it back to me? I do not know. Okay, whereas if I go to them directly, it involves a lot of time, lot of money may be wasted. But I can exactly check the situation. I can know their facial feelings. I can interact with them. I can collect the data. Okay. Similarly, telephonic interviews also, it takes very less time, but really it is less cost effective. Very less cost will be there. Almost zero cost nowadays. Unlimited balances only. 200 rupees means 1 month. 100 rupees 1 month. You can speak as you wish. You can disturb as many people as you want. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
cost effective is there. Less time, in less time data can be collected. Data can be analyzed, but you do not know how many of them respond. If they are in a serious meeting means, are idiot, why you made a call to me during this time? They will scold us and they will disconnect the phone. Okay. Because there are
Yes, sir.
relative advantages and disadvantages. Okay. Similarly, this word is important. Pilot survey. Who is the pilot? Who is the driver in aeroplane? Normally we will call a pilot. Okay. In our studies, pilot survey means suppose questionnaire we have prepared, questions we have prepared. Now, before administering to the respondents, to the general population, what we will do is to our dear and near ones, we will send it for cross-checking whether everything is arranged systematically or not. This is like just a pre-testing. Okay, if our relatives or our close friends, if they are satisfied with the questionnaire, what we will do, we will administer it on the general public. Did you understand? Pilot survey refers to administering, refers to sending our questionnaire to a small group of known persons who are known to us, who will not fill it. They will give suggestions to us. They will recommend changes in the questionnaire. That is what you mean by saying pilot survey. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Remaining concepts in this subject we will learn in the next class. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.